Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. And you are very welcome, my friends. It's very late here. It's about 1 a.m. But I'm doing a video because, of course, it's been announced by Stephen Amell and the CW that season 8 of Arrow will be its last with a limited 10 episodes. This is a shocker, my friends. This is what Stephen Amell has had to say. Playing Oliver Queen has been the greatest professional experience of my life, but you can't be a vigilante forever. Arrow will return for a final run of 10 episodes this fall. There's so much to say. For now, I just want to say thank you. And that's what he's got to say. Now, if we go to the Hollywood Reporter, there's a few quotes there. I'm a bit unprepared because this is a shocker. Let's see what they're saying. Although Arrow lost bragging rights as the CW's most watched scripted original to The Flash, it led the network into its current era as the home for DC Comics for its success led to offshoots including Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl. Right, let's give it a read. Arrow to end with abbreviated season 8 on the CW. It's an end of an era at the CW. Arrow, the first of the network's current roster of DC Comics drama, will end with its previously announced 8th season. The final season of Stephen Amell-led drama from executive producer Greg Berlanti and Warner Brothers TV will consist of a reduced order of 10 episodes and air in the fall. The final season will air during 2019-2020 broadcast calendar. The decision to wrap the series of Rise as CW President Mark Pedowitz was open about needing to make way for a possible second phase of DC Comics inspired series on the network. I will talk more about this in a minute. Things will age and we want to get the next generation of shows to keep the CW DC universe going for as long as possible, the executive told reporters in January. Arrow, which lost bragging rights as the CW's most watched scripted original to The Flash, ushered the CW into its current era as a home for DC Comics fare. The success of the comic book drama led to offshoots including The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Black Lightning, whilst a DC Comics drama exists outside the so-called Arrowverse. This was a difficult decision to come to, but like every hard decision we've made for the past 7 years, it was with the best interests of Arrow in mind. No, it wasn't. Showrunner Beth Schwartz and executive producers Greg Berlanti, Mark Guggenheim said in a joint statement, "We're heartened by the fact that Arrow has birthed an entire universe of shows that will continue on for many years to come. We're excited about crafting a conclusion that honours the show, its characters and its legacy, and are grateful to all the writers, producers, actors, and more importantly, the incredible crew that has sustained us in the show for over 7 years." Speculation that Arrow's days may be numbered first surfaced in December when Crisis on Infinite Earth was unveiled as Arrow's verse next crossover, the 12-issue series published by DC in 85-86. So let's dig into this, right? Now, you all know how SJW, the CW, has become, right? This is no accident. Male-led superhero drama, right? Axed. Brand new female-led superhero drama commissioned. Batwoman, right? Batwoman's there. They need to make way. But why Arrow? Why did they choose Arrow? Well, look, you've got Black Lightning's brand new. They're not getting rid of that. They have an African American lead. They're not going to cancel that. So I suspect they had a choice between The Flash and Arrow and decided to cancel Arrow because that had a bit longer. And so now you have, is it 2 male-led shows, right? Right. So Legends of Tomorrow is predominantly female-led. We've talked about Black Lightning being African American led, right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. I'm just saying it's not a coincidence what's going on here. So at first, when this was announced, I thought maybe they were all going to get cancelled, which I would have been quite happy about, because let's talk a bit about Arrow. and its legacy. Arrow came along a year after my beloved Smallville was cancelled, and I was pretty pissed off because they didn't cast our very own Green Arrow, Justin Hartley, as Oliver Queen. But that worked out quite well for Justin, didn't it? He's doing really, really well for himself now, and I'm happy for him. So the first 2 seasons of Arrow were outstanding. It was some of the best pieces of TV you will ever see. It's comparable to Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. So good, so compelling. I absolutely fucking loved it. But then it went softcore, then it went childish, then it went SJW, as the rest of the Arrowverse did. The Flash first 2 seasons were awesome as well. Look what's happened to that show now. And this is what SJWs do, you see. They only care about representation. They don't actually care about quality of scripts, quality of creativity, quality of entertainment, and this is what's happened. So tonight, it's a shocking announcement. I am absolutely shocked. I was thinking about all the CW shows maybe being cancelled after this big crossover they're doing, because that would have made sense to me. But yes, unfortunately, this is very sad. But could this be an opportunity for Walter Hamada over at the DCEU to create a Green Arrow franchise, a Green Arrow movieverse? Wouldn't that be exciting? We've always kind of suspected something was going on there, and you never know. I'll be back tomorrow with the DCEU Daily, of course, where we're going to be talking about Kevin Tsujihara, the very man who decided Justice League should be under 2 hours, the very man who probably decided that the Snyderverse would be over. And now he's allegedly being accused of sexual harassment. He could lose his job. Now that really is a bit of Justice League, isn't it? Bit of a pun there for you, but I thought I'd say that for you. Also tonight, it's just broken. It's all happening tonight. They are talking to what's his name? Oh, I forgot his the guy who plays Luthor, the guy who was in the MCU. What's his name? Let's find out. Hang on. I'll be back in a minute. Hang on. I'm back. I'm really sorry about that. This is a really messy video, and if you've stuck around for it, I really appreciate it. My head's everywhere with this big news about Arrow. But yes, Idris Elba is in talks to replace Will Smith as Deadshot, and I'm going to be talking about all of this tomorrow on my DCEU Daily Edition tomorrow. So very excited about that. I will see you tomorrow. So what do you think about Arrow being literally cancelled, ended? What motivated this decision? Was this an SJW decision? It certainly looks like it, doesn't it? Or is it because they want to bring Green Arrow into the DCEU? If that's the case, I'm very excited. I would say it's a bit of both. It's partly an SJW decision, and it's partly because they want to bring Green Arrow to the DCEU. So half of that's exciting, and half of that's disappointing. I'll be back tomorrow for the DCEU Daily. Don't miss it. We've got lots to talk about.